Welcome to the video series on Atmel Studio and programming with Atmel microcontrollers. So for that I assume that you have already installed Atmel Studio 7. So if not, I will provide you a link to install Atmel Studio 7. So I'll open up Atmel Studio 7 and we will go step by step on how to create new project and how to write a simple program on Atmel Studio 7 for Atmel microcontrollers. So for this particular example, I will be using Atmel 328P microcontroller, which is also used in Arduino Uno development board. This is a very famous microcontroller as it is very small, cheap and commonly available microcontroller. You have to be patient a little bit with my computer because it takes a little while to load Atmel Studio. So Atmel microcontrollers are a little different from PIC microcontrollers when it comes to the addressing of the input output ports. So each input output port is associated with two registers in PIC microcontrollers, but in Atmel microcontrollers each input output port is associated with three registers. One register is for data direction, to set a pin is input to output, and another register is for output data and another register for the input data. So output data is stored in register name port. If it is port A, that is the register name is port A. If it is port B, the register name is port B, likewise. And for input you have a register named pin. So if you are dealing with input from port A, you call it pin A. If you are dealing with input from port B, you are dealing with pin B, and likewise. And now I have opened up the Atmel Studio 7. In order to create a new project, I have to go click File and go to New. It took a little longer than I expected, so that is not a problem. We can go to File, New, New project, and go to GCC C executable project, and you can give it a name. Let's say LED blink, and you can select the location if you want. I'm satisfied with my location, so my project name is also LED blink. I'm going to click OK. So if I click OK, it will take me to device selection. I'm going to use Atmel Atmel 328P, so that is a Atmega microcontroller. I'm going to select 328P and click OK. Your project will load up here in the Solution Explorer. You can see a project with the given name and a sample main.c file. It will take a little while because it has to load the project plus the tool chains associated with it for Atmega 328P microcontroller. Now you can see the project has already loaded and it has a sample code. Now we are going to write a simple code with this. So in order to write an LED blinking program, you have to first set the data direction for the port where you attach your LED. So I'm going to choose port B pin 5. So I have to set the data direction of port B pin 5 to output. So that is DDRB. I have to set it to output. In Atmel microcontrollers, if you want to set it to output, you have to set it to 1, right? So I'm going to say O equals to 0B 001 00000. So that means I am ORing with the fifth bit 1 and rest ORing with 0. That means other bits won't change, but fifth bit will change to 1. So fifth bit 1 means in the data direction register, that is output. Then I have to set the pin to 1. For that I'm going to use port B. If I want to make it high, again O equal to 0B 001 00000. So I'm setting pin 5 to 1, that means it to high, and I have to give it a delay. So how do I give the delay? That is underscore delay ms, right? Delay underscore ms. So that is delay in milliseconds. So I will give it a 500 millisecond delay, and again I have to set port B pin 5 to 0. For that I am going to say and equal to 0B 1101111. That means I'm going to AND port B with all ones other than the fifth pin. So fifth pin will be forced to 0, and other pins will not change because they are ending with 1. And I'm going to give it another delay for 500 milliseconds. Now my program will enter from the main, set the data direction, go into the main while loop, which is a never ending loop, and there I'm gonna make my pin high, wait for 500 milliseconds, again make my pin low, and again wait 500 milliseconds, and come back again make my pin high. Since we are using delay ms, we have to include a utility delay.h. So that for that I have to say include utility slash delay delay.h, right? util slash delay.h. And it is very important that we set the microcontroller speed. For that we say hash define fcpu corresponds to microcontroller speed. So that is 16 megahertz, 16 1 2 3 4 5 6 UL, right? Now we can build our program. Let's see build solution, and if my build becomes successful, has to be seen by this output window. So it is still building. So you can see here it says build started, and it is working on it, right? Okay, build succeed. Now we can run a Proteus simulation and see if my project works. So I have a simple Proteus simulation with me. So in that I have attached an LED for the fifth pin of port B, but I have to set my new project for this. So I'm gonna go here and select my project. It will take a little while for me to figure out where it is. LED blink. Okay, now we'll run the simulation and see if it works. Right. Yeah, you can see the LED is blinking, right? So every 500 milliseconds, if you check here, it is turning on and off. Okay, that is it for this particular video regarding creating a project in Atmel Studio 7 with Atmel or Atmega 328P microcontroller. Thank you.